Hey guys, today's video is probably going to be quite a long one, so if you are planning on watching it the whole way through, which I hope you are, then I would suggest going and grabbing something to snack on, a drink, because I feel like we're going to do a lot of talking, we're going to do a lot of sitting here and watching, so yeah, I feel like this will be long. It might not even be long, it might turn out to be like 10 minutes. But basically, I'm going to go through and talk about every single product that stole my heart in 2019. So basically, this isn't things that were released in 2019 exclusively. This is just stuff that I absolutely loved through 2019 and things that have been staples, new things that I've fallen in love with. Just products that I continuously went back and loved in 2019. So yeah. I might, I want to put on like some lip balm or something. So I'm going to do this in the order that I would do my makeup. So I'm going to start with brows. So typically the first thing I do is fill in my brows. So I'm going to talk about some pomades that I absolutely love. There are a few brow products that I like, but I mean a few brow pencils and stuff that I like, but I just did not use them enough. Like I'm a pomade girl. And even though the brow pencils are nice, it's not something I can say I love through 2019 because I think I used a brow pencil like no more than like 5 times. So I'm going to talk about brow pomades. So these are in no order, by the way, either. These are just like all of the ones that I've loved. So you guys know Anastasia Dip Brow, my holy grail. This is what I typically use almost every time I do my makeup. I love this. This is what I have on my brows today. I think it's amazing. I always come back to this product. I think this is my second tub, which I know doesn't sound like much, but you do get a whole lot in here. So yeah, to use up one and then to buy another, I obviously like it. So yeah, I really like this. I have mine in the shade medium brown, and yeah, I just love it. I think it's amazing. You want to try something similar to this, but you just don't want to spend the money, which is 110% completely fair. I personally don't care about spending the money, seeing as makeup is my hobby. It's something that I invest my money into as like a hobby. It's not like I purchase makeup because I wear it on the daily, if that makes sense. So I can totally understand that if you're not wanting to pay, I think like $30 something for this to keep running out of it, if that makes sense. Totally fair. The thing that I have closest to the Anastasia brow pomade, in my opinion, is the Chi Chi brow pomade. I have mine in the shade dark brown. And this is just another amazing product. I love this one so much. My only complaint is that I feel like the shade I bought it in might be like just a little bit too dark, because I feel like, oh, see, yeah, I don't know how well you can tell, but this one here is the Anastasia, and then this one here is the Chi Chi. So it's just like that tiny bit darker, which is obviously completely my fault. But I just feel like when I use this, my brows are a tiny little bit more intense, which is fine. Like I don't really care. But yeah, I just feel like the Anastasia shade matches me better. But I love that Chi Chi brow pomade. I think it's amazing. It's extremely affordable compared to the Anastasia one, and I feel like the quality is pretty on par, like they're pretty similar. So yeah, I really like that. Another great cheap brow pomade is the ColourPop brow pomade. This one is actually, well, it's actually called the ColourPop Brow Color, but this one is in the shade black and brown. I think this is amazing. I really love it. It just looks like that. But yeah, another awesome product, works amazingly. One that I actually discovered this year that I've also fallen in love with is the Morphe, what's this called? The Morphe Brow Cream. Mine is in the shade Java, and I just love this so much. This is so insanely smooth. Like, this just honestly feels like putting butter on your brows. It is amazing. So yeah, these are the 4 brow products that I absolutely love and like highly recommend. I think they are all amazing and I love them all so much, and I wish I could use all of them every day, but obviously every time, you know, you don't usually use more than one pomade to do your brows, so I do try and mix it up as much as possible. But yeah, I love them all. Highly recommend any of these. I think they're amazing. I need someone to put the makeup I've already talked about so that we don't get confused. I've got a basket. Okay, so after my brow pomade is when I would colour my brows in with a coloured brow gel if I was going to be doing a coloured brow gel, so we'll talk about those. So this year I think actually got released this year, the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. I love this so much. This is much more pigmented than the other product I'm going to talk about. This is just a really, really nice, fully pigmented brow gel. It took me a little while to kind of figure out how to use it because it is so pigmented, but once you get the hang of it, it's amazing. I love this. I think it's great. The other one is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and mine is in the shade 3. I forgot to say the Anastasia ones in the shade medium browns are just the same as my dip brow. Gimme Brow is also amazing. This one is much, much sheerer, like a much more kind of, I feel like this would be something that if you weren't doing your brows at all and then you just kind of ran this through to kind of go out and have like a really natural makeup look or something like that. Like I feel like this is what this is for, but I used it the other day when I used a brow pencil, and it just helped like fill in the gaps because I feel like brow pencils are more natural, and this still looks natural but made sure there were no gaps. So yeah, I absolutely love both of these. I feel like they're unique in their own ways. Anastasia Dip Brow Gel is much more of like a it's almost like a pomade on its own. It's like super, super pigmented, and then this one is the Benefit Gimme Brow is just a lot more natural. Yeah, love both of these if you're looking for a, what are they, tinted brow gel? I love both of these. Okay, then I would carve out my eyebrows. The only concealer that I absolutely love for carving out my eyebrows is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This concealer is amazing. I don't even need to talk about it. I've loved this for years. Mine is in the shade Light Tan, and this is just perfect for carving out the eyebrows. It's also really nice on the face, but this is the one that I use non-stop for my eyebrows. So I love this. It's amazing. Brow gels. I have two favorites. My staple holy grail is the Anastasia clear brow gel. I'm gonna pop some on actually because I just feel like it. This makes sure your brows are gonna stay on your eyes, like on your face through like an apocalypse or like a nuclear war. Like this sticks your eyebrows down. Like this makes sure that those babies ain't going anywhere. Same with the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but I feel like the Anastasia one just has a little bit of a stronger hold. But I also love the Benefit one as well. So it kind of just comes down to personal preference, I guess, which one you'd prefer to use. But yeah, both of these are amazing. Love them both. I think they're both amazing. So yeah, brow gels, Anastasia and Benefit. The ColourPop one and the Morphe one are okay, but I just don't notice like a huge difference, like whereas when I put on that Benefit and when I put on the Anastasia, I can feel my brow like stick to my face, and it's not uncomfortable or anything like that. Like it's not an awful feeling, but you just feel it locked in there, and it's good and it's secure, you know. Okay, as for eye primers, I only have one love, and this is my Urban Decay primer potion. I have actually ordered the Anastasia one, so that'll be interesting to see if I make the conversion. But yeah, I bought this year when I went to Brisbane, which was in March, and just fallen in love ever since. I have a few other eye primers that are okay, like they're good, but this one is just my favorite, the one I use every single time, unless I'm doing like a full face of another brand or something. But I love this, the Urban Decay primer potion, and mine is just in the original shade. So yeah, love that, my all-time favorite. Next, I feel like I'm running out of breath already. Like I feel like this is gonna be a long video. We're 10 minutes in, so that's not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna talk about some eyeshadow palettes that are my all-time faves, or well, my faves of 2019. Okay, first one I'll talk about, again, these are in no order. This is just the order that they've been placed on my desk. So the first one I'll talk about is the Jawbreaker. This released, did it release this year or was it last year? That was this year, wasn't it? Yeah. This was like Jeffree's first like rainbow palette. It is just stunning, absolutely stunning. Oh no, what's happened to my, it's because I used a brush that had pink on it. What a bummer. Okay. I love this palette so much. I love Jeffree's formula, so this palette is just beautiful because I absolutely love the color scheme. I think it is amazing. This is just such a beautiful palette. This is what I have on my eyes today, and I just think amazing. So amazing. When I saw this, my insides died a little bit because I was so excited. Like, I just love this palette. I think it's amazing. I think it's so beautiful. It's one of my favorite palettes. Next, this palette I'm going to talk about just because it's so iconic. I think this will just always be so special. This is a conspiracy palette. I haven't had like a whole lot of time to try this out, obviously, as it only came out like last month. Yeah, because we're technically in December now, so yeah, last month. But I just think this palette is just so unlike anything else. I just think it's insane, like so cool. I love it. As I said again, I love Jeffree's formula, so it kind of just comes down to the color schemes, if that makes sense. But I love this whole layout. I love just all the tiny details. I just think everything about this is amazing, and I actually really do like the color story. I think it is something very different for Jeffree, and I think it's just so true to Shane and like his personality. And I just love all the personal touches of all the names and the little what do you call it, like imprints and stuff in the shades. I really love this palette. I think it is amazing, and yeah, gonna get a lot of use out of this. It is beautiful, and I think it's just always going to be such a special palette to me because, you know, two of my favorite people created it, so cool. Another palette that stood out to me a lot this year is this Colourpop, I think it's called the Here Comes the Sun palette. So this is one of the ones where you buy it and you buy all the shades and then you build it, but I just really love this color story. To me, this is just like happiness in an eyeshadow palette. I don't know, I just really love it. I just get like California kind of vibes, like, you know, like a summer in California or something like that. Like, I just think this is like a really nice palette. I love all the shades. I think it's beautiful. I've got quite a bit of use out of this, and yeah, I really love it. I think it's such an awesome palette. So yeah, and this one's on the well, it's a bit more expensive for Colourpop because it has so many shades in it. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So there's 24 shades in here. They're at 6 times 4, yeah. So 24 shades in here, whereas Colourpop's normal palettes only have 12, maybe? No. Yeah. No. I don't know. But they don't have 24, that's for sure. And these are bigger pans. So this one is a bit more expensive for Colourpop, but it's still on the cheaper side, if that makes sense. Like, compared to if you were to feel like an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette full of single shadows. You get what I mean? Yeah. So, beautiful palette. This is another palette that came out this year, but I am just in love. This is the XO Beauty Heaps of Sweets. I knew this would be a favourite as soon as I saw it. I really love the colour story of this. Again, it's like a kind of neutrally palette, but it is just so beautiful. I love the formula. I think Shan did such an amazing job. I'm so proud of her. This is such a beautiful, amazing palette. Like, I just can't get over how stunning these shades are. And I just love how it's neutral but colourful, and it's just pretty, and I just love the whole theme of the heaps of sweets, and I just love all the detailing. You know, I just think you can tell how much work has gone into this, and I just think this is such an amazing, awesome, thought out palette, and I'm, yeah, once again, so proud of Shan. So yeah, love this palette. Palette of mine that has been a staple for a while now is the Anastasia Soft Glam. Mine is so grubby. And then when you look inside, you can tell that it has been well loved. I take this traveling with me because it has all the neutral tones I could want and need. This is just, I feel like, such a perfect, safe palette, like perfect for traveling because it's small, it's compact, you know, and it just has all those everyday shades. You can create such a beautiful look with this. Did I use this last night? No. What palette did I use last night? Or did I? Was it this? I'm just trying to think if I used this palette last night because I went out to my friend's wedding. Yes, so this is the palette I used last night when I went to my friend's wedding, and I'll just show you the makeup I did. This was the eye look. How well if it's gonna focus. Not, but yeah, that's like the eye look I did with this palette. It's just a beautiful neutral palette. I really love this, and yeah, as I said, it's great for traveling. It's something that is very safe but very beautiful, and you can create endless amazing stunning natural looks. I will never not speak highly of Soft Glam. It's a beautiful palette. I feel like Modern Renaissance should be in here as well, but just colour story wise, I feel like the Soft Glam one is more me. Modern Renaissance is beautiful as well, and I also take that travelling, but I kind of just take that travelling if I want to add like a pop of like deep red or something like that in there. So yeah, that's why I kind of mentioned Soft Glam more. Anyway, last favourite palette is the Blood Sugar. I could not include this because I love it. This is the Blood Sugar palette. Mine looks brand new, honestly. This was like I feel like this was such a game-changing moment in the makeup community when this first came out, because I feel like nothing like this had been done before. Like, just this whole idea. Jeffree is always making new, innovative, cool, amazing stuff, and I love this palette. Not only do I love the colour story, but just how it gives off the whole vibe of like surgeon and medical, and I really love this palette. This one is one that is always gonna stay in my heart. And yeah, as I said, mine looks like barely touched, but it's because I find it so hard to use these palettes because they are so beautiful. I don't want to hurt them. But no, this is just a bloody beautiful palette. So yeah, those are all my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I love them so much. Okay, now we're going to talk about like eye miscellaneous kind of stuff, if that makes sense. I'm just going to talk about four products that I add to my eye looks to vamp them up pretty much. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. I'm wearing one today in the shade Midnight Cowboy. I just love these. These products are amazing. They have quite a few shades and they're just so easy to use, so amazing, so pigmented, just so beautiful. They are the perfect addition to any look. Along with that is the Steeler Glitter and Glow. I feel like these are kind of the same kind of concept, except this one's more of a liner and this one's more of like a glitter eyeshadow. These Steeler Glitter and Glows are amazing. You guys know that I love them. I have 1,000. No, I have like 10 or so in my collection. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I just can't talk highly enough of those either. Something new that I was introduced to this year is the Colourpop Jelly Matte Shadows. These are like insane, and if you don't have one of these in your collection, you need them. They are so cool. They are just the like coolest consistency ever. And yeah, I think they're amazing. You get so much product in here. I'm never ever going to use up all of that. They come in so many beautiful shades and they are just stunning. Like, whew, I love them so much. And then for something, oh well, this is cheap, but something else on the cheaper side is the BH Cosmetics Diamond Dazzlers. I have a few shades of these and I just really like these. This is just more of like a pigment type of thing, but yeah, these are beautiful. I really like those as well. Perfect like kind of top coat or something to put over a cut crease, or even like sometimes I'll put, you know, my Steeler Glitter and Glow and then put a BH Cosmetics Diamond Dazzler, or do a Colourpop Jelly Matte Shadow with a BH Diamond Dazzler, you know, like just amazing products. I couldn't live without these four. They are amazing. Oh my god, we're not even halfway there and I'm like dead. Who knew that talking this much could like take it out of you? Okay, what am I up to? Liquid liners. Why do I only have two here? I have three that okay, my three favorite liquid liners. Okay, the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner, my all-time holy grail favorite eyeliner in the whole world. This is so easy to use, so easy to get such a precise line. I just think it's amazing. This is a brush tip, not like a felt tip, you know, and I just love it. It's so black, it's so amazing. I need to buy another. It's awesome. And then two felt tips that I love are the BH Cosmetics liquid liner and the Tarte kitten liner. I love both of these. I think they're both amazing. All of these stay on like a dream. All of these have the nicest formula. They're all super black, super easy to use. You don't get any like dragging, you don't get any like pigmentation running out halfway through kind of thing, you know. These three are so great, and there's two affordable options in here. There's the NYX one and the BH one, which are both quite affordable brands, and then a more high-end one, which is the Tarte one. But yeah, I love all three of these. I think they're all amazing. I only have one mascara primer. I don't know how many brands make mascara primers, but I absolutely love the Benefit The Aerial Mascara Primer. There's not really a lot to say about this, except I just use it every time I do my mascara, or every time before I do my mascara. It's just a really great product. I feel like it really helps the mascara. It's a perfect primer, and yeah, I'm really glad that I found this. So, and it can also be used as just a mascara if you want like a more natural mascara day. See, I don't get people who need natural lash days. I never want a natural lash. But no, this is a really great universal product, because you can either use it as a primer or as a brown mascara. So yeah, I love that. Favorite mascaras. I'm going to talk about my first option, my cheap option first, sorry. This is the BH Stellar Lash. I actually really like this. I feel like it's very, very similar to my Too Faced Better Than Sex. I just think it's a really, really nice mascara. I wish they made like this is the full size, so I wish they made a bigger one, but I love the wand, and I really enjoy this mascara, and it's super cheap, so that's great. Speaking of Too Faced Better Than Sex, another favorite. You can see like how similar like the brushes are. I just feel like they are super, super similar, and they just remind me a lot of each other, so I would consider them dupes. And yeah, I really enjoy both of them. So yeah, love those. And then another favorite is my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, which I really need to get a new one of, because I've had this for like a year and a half. So I'm pretty sure mascaras only last for 3 months, but I really love this Tarte one. It's done well to hold on this long. So yeah, these are my 3 fave. I still have others that I like. Like I like the Colourpop one. I like the Benefit Bad Girl Bang and stuff, but I feel like I really prefer a volumizing mascara. I like my lashes to look very like intense. So those are the 3 that make them like the most kind of volumizing rather than lengthening, if that makes sense. On to lashes. Lashes. I got a lot of lash brands to talk about, okay? I like a lot of lashes. First, let's talk about the ones that are actually on my eyes. These are Doll Beauty. I love Doll Beauty. I only have 2 of their lashes at the moment, but I love them. These are bloody nice lashes. Like, these are really, really nice lashes, and they're actually quite affordable, which is good. I think they're amazing. Really like them. Colourpop recently came out with lashes. Absolutely amazing. I love them. I'm just kind of going to go through this quick because there's only so much you can say about a lash, and I feel like lashes are quite personal preference. It's more about the style you like and what kind of lash you're after, but these are just some lash brands that I highly recommend, and if you're looking for some new lashes, you could try these brands. Another lash brand I really like is Winx False Lash. I haven't purchased from them in a while, but I have quite a few pairs that I still use quite regularly, and I think they're really, really good. XO Beauty lashes, specifically the foaming ones, although I do like their normal lashes too, like they're more natural ones, but I just get more use out of the foaming ones because I use these when I'm doing like a typical YouTube look, whereas I use the their normal lashes like if I'm going out for the day or something like that. But yeah, their foaming lashes are amazing. XO Beauty, so good. Unicorn Cosmetics, so good. Love these, one of my all-time fave. The Chi Chi lashes, so good. I don't think they have a range. Just the Chi Chi lashes, amazing. And the last one I'll talk about is Savannah Rose Cosmetics. Love these lashes as well. So yeah, those are all of my favorite lash brands at the moment. I know there's quite a few, but lashes is something that I take very seriously because lashes just absolutely make a look. And yeah, so I really, really love all of these brands. I'm giving myself a headache, so I'm just going to take a 5-minute break and then I'll come back and talk about the rest of the products. Okay, I'm back. There's one lash brand that I forgot to talk about, and that is Dodo Lashes. I really like their lashes as well. Okay, onto primer. My throat is starting to hurt again. I'm not used to talking this much. Okay, I have quite a few primers that I like. So the first one is the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. I just think this is such a nice primer. It's just kind of like, I don't really have anything else like it. It just makes my skin look super soft, super smooth, and it's just really nice. I really like it. I also love the Laura Mercier foundation primer. That's what I'm wearing today. I just feel like whenever I use this, my skin looks flawless. So love that. I love the Too Faced Hangover primer. It's actually funny because I used to hate this and I was like, what the hell, this is the worst primer ever, until I started using it under matte foundations because it's so hydrating. I was like, oh, this makes matte foundations so nice, because this is such a hydrating primer that it just makes the matte foundations sit so much nicer on your skin. And then this isn't really a primer, but this is the MAC Strobe Cream, but usually I mix it with the Too Faced Hangover primer, and it makes like a really nice hydrating glowy base, so I really like that one too. Then last but not least is the Benefit Professional primer. I really like this one as well. This is only a mini, but yeah, this is a really good pore blurring primer. This used to be my all-time fave, but now I'm a bit more into hydrating foundations rather than pore blurring, but when I do want something pore blurring, I really like this. Okay, foundations. So my one and only holy grail, the Urban Decay All Nighter. You guys know this is my favorite. I love this so much. I think it's amazing. Such a nice what? Why am I repeating myself? Such a nice foundation. I really like this one. This one's in the shade 4. And this is coming up to be my second holy grail. This is what I'm wearing today, and this is the IT Cosmetics CC cream. This is so nice. My skin looks flawless. I've had this makeup on since about 4 o'clock, and so what, this is 4 hours later and it looks like I've just put it on. Like, it just looks so nice. It even looks nicer on my nose, which never happens, so I really love this foundation. This is amazing. I love the two Fenty ones. I feel like I actually like the hydrating one a little bit more ever since trying it, just because I feel like I've had a bit of a change of heart and I'm more into a hydrating foundation now. But either way, I love both of these. These are both in the shade 140, and these are just such nice foundations. Love them so much. And then for some cheaper foundations, I love the Rimmel Lasting Finish Skin Perfecting Foundation. This is such a nice foundation. And then I feel like this one's a little bit of a dupe for my Fenty. This is the Maybelline, what is it, Superstay Total Full Coverage Foundation. I feel like this one and my Fenty one are quite similar. So yeah, those are all my foundations that I love and that I consider these my staples. Like, these are the foundations that I would wear out of the house, which says a lot because I find foundation to be kind of scary to wear out of the house, you know. But these are the 5 I would trust to wear. How many are there? 1, 2, 3. Wait. 6. These are the 6 I would trust. On to concealers. I don't need to mention it again, but I'm going to the Colourpop Born-This. I need to go to bed. The Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I love this one so much. One that I found this year that I fell in love with is the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. This is really, really nice. I've only got the mini, but this is really nice. It is so like seamless under the eyes. I love the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer one. That's amazing. I really like this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. I think that's a really, really nice concealer. I like the Tarte Shape Tape when I want something super full coverage. You know, on my days where I'm wearing like a Becca foundation where I want my face to be unrecognizable. I really like X Shape Tape because that is just really full coverage. I actually really like the Huda one, and I feel like it's weird for a Huda Beauty product to make it into one of my videos, but I really do like the concealer. This is a really nice full coverage concealer. And then last but not least is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. If it looks like I'm crying right now, it's just because I can't stop yawning. So, not crying, just yawning a lot. Loose setting powder, I have a few. Laura Mercier, do I even need to say? I feel like this is a cult fave. A really, really, really nice setting powder. Is that what I used today? No, I didn't. I used the Too Faced Born This Way loose powder, which is also another cult fave, and this one is just so nice. My under eyes are like a baby's bottom. They feel like velvet. Love that. I love the Fenty Beauty one. It's amazing, and it smells so good, and I wish she would make a perfume. I just need a minute. So good. You need to smell that. That smells so good. Oh my god, it's on my lips and now I'm like eating it, but I'm not complaining. The Hourglass Translucent Veil Setting Powder. Is that how you say it? This is amazing. So good. I love it. I'm so sorry. I can't stop yawning. What the hell? It's only 8 o'clock. Like, not to mention I slept in today, so I don't know. But anyway. Next is the Revolution Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I actually really like this one. This is the... I thought it was called like Conceal and Fix or something, but it's just called the Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I feel like it might give flashback though because of the colour. And one time I used a lot and it kind of turned my face white, but if you use it sparingly, this is like a super, super soft powder. Like it feels like, oh, I don't even know, it's just so smooth. So yeah, I really like the texture of that one. On to pressed powders. The one I'll talk about first is the one I'm wearing, and that's the Milani Illuminating Face Powder in Hermosa Rose. I got this one this year in a mystery box from Glam Radar, and look how beautiful the like imprint is. It's like little roses. I actually really love this. I feel like this is such a nice face powder. It's really, really nice. Next to the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. This one's really, really nice too. This is a great cheap option. But it's just so beautiful. Like it is just so smooth, and it just leaves your face like so like blurred. I don't know. It's just a really, really nice one. Another fave is the Makeup Revolution Matte Base Powder. Mine's in the shade P4, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really nice. Another great cheap face powder. Then I have the MAC Studio Fix. This is probably like up there to be like one of my like top ones, if you know what I mean, like the top of the top. Mine is in the shade NW20, but this is just such a beautiful powder. I really, really like this. My Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder is so good. I love this. You can see that I've hit pan. It's like one of the only things I've hit pan on, but it's just amazing. This is a really, really nice powder. And then last but not least, we have the Ambient Lighting Powder by Hourglass in Dim Light. Actually, no, maybe this is what I used today. I don't know what one I used. But anyway, this is amazing. This is so beautiful. I really love this. So yeah, there's all my powders. Now we go on to bronzer. I love the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Nude Bronze Light. This is what I'm wearing today, and it is just amazing. It just make you look so healthy, so glowy, so alive, so sun-kissed. It is amazing. I feel like these two are my all-time favorites. So the Hourglass and then the Fenty one. I have the Fenty one in Shady Beers. This is stunning. These two are the two bronzers that I will keep in my collection forever and ever and ever, and I want to be buried with these because these are beautiful, and when I'm dead these are going to help me look alive, baby. I really love the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in Sweet Tea. This one is a more of like a glowy bronzer because it's got like your bronzy side and then like your kind of more shimmery side, but it's just a beautiful shade and it just gives off a really nice like luminosity. I really like this. For a cheap alternative, we have the Revolution Bronzer Reloaded in Take a Vacation. This is a really nice bronzer. You can see it's got a little bit of gold flecks running through it, so this one's kind of like illuminating as well. It's actually quite close to that Sweetheart shade. So yeah, I really like that one. And then this is like an old fave, but still a staple. This is the Too Faced Milk Choc Soleil Bronzer. I love that. That's really, really nice. For blushes, I only have 2 because, as most of you guys probably know, blushes not really my jam. But I do have 2 that I love. And the first one is the Wet n Wild Ombre Blush, which I just think is amazing. It is so beautiful and I just love this shade. I think it's perfect. And then the other blush is the Tarte blush in Party, but this is just such a nice blush because it's just like, it's not a very pink color. It's more like kind of browny pinky, and I just feel like it adds a really, really nice shade on the cheeks and it's not too pink. So yeah, I really like that. Before we go into highlight, we might talk about face palettes. So these are my favorite face palettes. First is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette, which looks like this, and you get 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and 2 highlights. I love all of the shades in this, except maybe this one because that one's a bit out there for me. But I love these 2 bronzers. I love this blush, that's so beautiful. And then these 2 highlights are stunning. So yeah, I love this one, and it smells bloody divine. Oh my god. I don't even know if they still sell this, but they do, get your hands on it because it's great. Another face palette that I've loved for a couple years now is the Tarte Tartist Pro Glow to Go, which comes with 2 highlights and a contour. This is my all-time favorite contouring shade, and then the two highlighters in there are stunning as well. So love them. I'm sorry I haven't done many swatches throughout this video either, but these are like my favorite products, so I'm sure there'll be lots of videos where you guys can see me testing these out. Then probably my all-time favorite face palette is the Benefit Bronze Squad Cheek Leaders palette. Looks like this. So this has the Hoola Caramel. I love these 2 bronzers, they're amazing. This highlighter, stunning. I love this blush so much. What's it called? Gold Rush. Oh, it's like stunning. That's such a nice blush. I haven't really tried much of Coralista, but it is a very, very pretty color. So yeah, I just think this palette is so amazing. And these are like pretty good pan sizes. And I think this was $99. So what's that? 5 divided by 99. That's like $20. $20 for each of these, which is a pretty good deal. And it smells so good. This one has like the best scent, the Gold Rush. But yeah, I love this palette so much, it's so beautiful. Okay, we'll do highlighter palettes first, and then we'll do single highlights. And you should get yourself strapped in because this is where it gets long, because I have probably 20 highlighters here to talk about. Lol. When I first started makeup, highlight was the thing I collected, and I feel like highlight is just, let's be honest, it just makes your makeup. But I feel like highlight, you barely use any of it because you kind of just use, you know, one tap in the pan, put it on one cheek, another tap in the pan, put it on the other cheek, and then you're done. Whereas eyeshadow, you kind of dip in a few times, like, you know, I'm never ever going to use up any of these highlighters. But anyway, onto the palettes. So the first one is the Ofra Feeling Myself palette. I really, really like this one. This one has Blissful, Pillow Talk, and Rodeo Drive in it. So these are all the shades here. You can actually get them out. I wonder if it says what they are on the bottom. No, okay. So yeah, these are the 3 highlights here. They are beautiful. Ofra highlights are like nothing else. They are so stunning. But you'll notice that this is the only time I talk about Ofra highlights in this video, because I do have a couple single ones, but I feel like they're a little bit dark for me. So these 3 colors here work pretty well, but the other ones that I have are a little bit dark. But anyway, love them. For something on the cheaper side, we have the Revolution X Soph highlighter palette. I just think this one is really pretty and really unique. Like, you have like so many different variations of highlight in here. I just think it's so beautiful. I specifically love like that shade, like, whoop, stunning. What else? Wait, what one? I don't even know what one I just swatched. But yeah, there's just so many like pretty shades in there. Like, so yeah, I really, really like this palette. Beautiful. My all-time favorite Anastasia glow kit is probably the Sugar one, because I just feel like this, like, from the packaging, like the ombre, you know, like pink ombre, plus the glitter in it. Then like just all the little names like butterscotch, starburst, gumdrop, marshmallow. Those are the cutest names, and these shades are just stunning. Like I'm gonna put one up now. I'm gonna put butterscotch on because I want to. Look at it. Like, you cannot tell me that this is not the prettiest highlighter palette. I love it. It's amazing. That's such a nice palette. Okay. Next I have the MAC Hyper Real Glow. I really like these. These are like kind of like very buttery kind of highlights. Like they're very like sink into your skin. They kind of remind me of like the Physicians Formula one and like the Colourpop Super Shock highlight and stuff, because they're just very like buttery and soft, and not soft in the way of like not pigmented, but like when they're on your skin they just look so soft and like just beautiful. I love highlight. I love makeup. Makeup is so cool. It's amazing that there is so many different variations of shades and formulas and stuff. I just think makeup is so awesome, and I'm so glad that I love it this much. Another highlighting palette is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlight Palette. This is like $20 for 4 shades, and these highlighters are insanely pigmented. These are such beautiful highlights and such beautiful shades. I really like this palette. Next I'll talk about the Jeffree Star Skin Frost Pro palettes. Today this is the Brain Freeze one. Looks like this. It's super pretty, but any of his 3 Skin Frost Pro palettes I love. They are all amazing, and just the Skin Frost formula in general, divine. Such a great formula, like probably one of the best highlighters on the market. My all-time favorite highlight has to be the Anastasia X Amrezy and any Jeffree Star highlighter. So, but probably my favorite shade from him is either like Ice Cold or Sarcophagus. So, but we're about to get into that anyway. Okay, so that's all my favorite highlighter palettes. Now we're gonna go on to single highlights. And sister, ain't there a couple? Ain't there a few? We haven't even started the video until we get to this part, because this is where shit gets real. Okay, I'm just gonna go down the line. So first I have the Becca Champagne Pop Highlight. Mine's just a little mini one, but this is such a nice highlighter. It's such a beautiful, unique shade. I love it, so good. Next I have the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt in Hustler Baby. Again, a mini, but this is such a beautiful, amazing shade. Actually, they're quite similar, aren't they? Champagne Pop and look at them. Like they are quite a similar colour, but I love both of them, so. Next, the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. This one here is in the shade Spoon, but just any of their Super Shock, not Super Shock Shadow, sorry, Super Shock Highlight. Any of these are amazing. These are like the coolest texture, like they're like squishy, but they are just so good. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Again, I'm talking about the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This one's in the shade Precious Petals. This one isn't in the palette, but this is such a pretty shade, and just these highlighters are amazing, like so good. Speaking of Sarcophagus, this is the Jeffree Star Skin Frost in Sarcophagus. You can see here how beautiful the shade is. Mine looks barely touched, but this is like one of my all-time favorites. It is so stunning. Let's do a big old swatch of her. Where should we put it? Let's do it here. Like, it is just the prettiest shade. Ooh. So stunning. And then I'll swatch my other favorite, which is my Anastasia X Amrezy, which I get too scared to use because this was limited edition. And if I ever run out of this, I may have to quit YouTube. I'm only joking, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we'll swatch this one next to it. And so what? That's the Amrezy one there. Like, ooh. Aren't those two highlights like the prettiest shades you've ever seen? I don't know, I just think they're so amazing. Bury me with these two as well. You know what? Just bury me with my whole studio. You know what? How about I just never die? Because that'd be good. Okay, Next highlighters that I love are the two Benefit little single ones. We have Cookie and we have Tickle. These are amazing. These are also expensive as hell. $51 for each of them. That's a lot of money for a highlight, but so beautiful. I think Cookie is one of my all-time favorites as well. So yeah, love both of those. I want to talk about the Jeffree Star Liquid Frosts for a second. These are such beautiful shades. I have Ice Cream Bling, which is this one, and Frozen Peach. His Liquid Frosts are so nice. Let's actually pull one on my cheek. I know we don't need any more highlight. See, but I don't normally use these as like a highlight. What I normally do with these is mix them in with some primer as like a glowy base, but you can also see that they work obviously as a highlight as well. I want to kind of put one on. Let's see if we can do some more tune. And this is over powder and you can see that it's still like blending beautifully. Like, it's probably going to distract you for the rest of the video now, isn't it? But yeah, so even over powder, blend beautifully, which sometimes liquid highlights can be like a bit weird with that. But yeah, I love his Liquid Frost formula. It's amazing. And under your foundation, beautiful. Next is the Too Faced Love Light in Blinded by the Light. I really like this one. This one's a very like kind of glow from within, but still like super blinding. This is what I had on before I chucked everything else on my face. So yeah, I love this one. It's beautiful. This is one that I got recently, but I really love it. This is the Fenty Beauty Fairy Bomb Shimmer Powder in 24 Cray. And it smells so good, but it's just like this very gold colour. It's a little bit too dark for me, but it's beautiful and I love it. Another highlight that I love is the XO Beauty Radiant Glow Powder in Aurora. I think this is really nice. Love it. And then the last two highlights I'll talk about are the two MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finishes. This one is in the shade Oh Darling, and this one's in Beaming Blush. Sorry, they're just like a tiny little bit different. This one's more pinky, this one's more gold. Yeah, these are beautiful. I won't swatch them because this one falls out of the pan. I don't know if you can see it. See how it's like here and then it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you see it falling? Probably not. Like, anyway, it comes out of the pan pretty much. So, okay, those are all the highlighters I have to talk about. Now we'll quickly talk about setting sprays. I feel like my favorite are these four. Not specifically this one because I hate the scent of it, but just MAC Fix Plus in general. I really like. I have the lavender one, which is, well, I had the lavender one. I actually used it all, but that one's probably my favorite. And yeah, I really want to pick up their other scents. I also have one of their the glowy ones. I can't remember what it's called. But I have mine in, I think I have one in Pink Light, yeah. But yeah, so I love the Fix Plus, that's great. I really love the Ofra Makeup Fixer. Mainly because it smells incredible. I love the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is almost gone. There's like none left in here, but anyway, this is one that I will use if I'm going out with my makeup because this just keeps your makeup on for years. And this one's almost out as well. This is the Glam Glow Glow Setter, and this just this one just makes your skin so glowy. It's so nice. And then I'll just show you one more fave. I only just remember this then, but this is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Damn, that takes you to a whole other world while you set your face. This is just amazing. This one's almost out as well. So all of my favorite setting sprays are almost out. So that just goes to show that I like them. My face is like dripping now because I just chucked like 6,000 different setting sprays on my face. But now we have come to the almost end. I'm going to talk about a few lip pencils I like. Well, brands really. I really like the Morphe lip pencil, the Kylie lip pencil, and the Jeffree Star lip pencil. These three formulas are really good. I really like all of them. So it kind of just comes down to shade, like what shades I like. But yeah, I really love all of these formulas. All of them are amazing and I recommend checking them out. We'll talk about lip bullets first, I guess. So my favorite lipstick, and this is just going by formula, by the way. I really like the Kylie Jenner lipsticks. I love the MAC lipsticks. I love the Jeffree Star lip aloes, and the Revolution Pro lipsticks are actually really nice. So I really like all of those. I actually want to put this MAC one on. It's called Spirit. I'm just about to take my makeup off after I finish this video, so I don't know why I'm putting more makeup on and more setting spray and stuff, but you know what it's like. What a pretty shade. So yeah, I really like those for lip bullets. Then for liquid lipstick, I have one and only favorite lipstick formula. Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid velour liquid lipstick. Just my favorite formula of all time. I don't even need to talk about it. I love it. Love it. I have 1,000 shades and I just love his formula. It's so good. As for glosses, my two favorite glosses are the Jeffree Star The Gloss, and I really like the Fenty Beauty glosses as well. And actually, I really like, let me get it. I really like the Colourpop So Juicy Plumping glosses. They are amazing as well. So that's it. That is all of my favorite makeup from this whole year. There's probably things I've missed from brands, so if you see, like, if you know that there's something that I've raved about and haven't got in this video, it's probably just because, you know, I've forgotten or missed it in my collection. But I did try my hardest to include every single thing that I love. It's kind of hard because I don't really keep things in my collection that I don't love. So if I had it my way, I'd talk about every single makeup product that I have. But we would have been here for years, so yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to do a skincare favorites as well. Because I have quite a few skincare products that I love. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!